Hi Stampers, I just wanted to share my quick and easy double wonder card class that I did recently with my stamp club. This is a way to quickly make 6 cards with designer series paper and a punch, or maybe even just scissors. You can cut out some images from your designer series paper and I'll show you that. So the card class we're going to actually do today is these 6 cards. The paper is from the Sale-a-bration special that Stampin' Up! Offered August and September, so sadly you cannot buy this paper anymore, but I have a special for you. If you are interested, I can sell you a paper card kit for $10 plus shipping if you're not local. So just leave a message in the comments if you're interested and let me know. So this was the paper that Stampin' Up! Offered during Sale-a-bration. It was called Peaceful Prints, so if you're fortunate enough to have some, you can do this class at home. So these are these 6 cards. In that pack, they also had this green paper, which was really fun. So I did the same exact one, but I just used the green paper, and like I said, I have some of this paper available as well for a card kit. 6 cards for $10. And then the third option was with this super cute penguin paper, which was also part of Sale-a-bration. And that actually has different designs. Here's like a different design you could choose if you want to buy the kit. But that was called Penguin Playmates. So I really had a lot of fun with this class, and I wanted to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started with this kit. All right, so what you'll get in the kit is 6 pieces of cardstock. For this particular one, it's all Sahara sand, and it's scored down the middle. And then 2 pieces of paper and some designer series paper. This is actually not in it. This is a different design you could choose. I just don't have any cards made with it. But it's super cute. A friend of mine used that and made some, and she really liked them. All right, so you're just going to take your Sahara sand paper and score it down the middle. And so there are 6 pieces. All right, so there we go. These are going to be the card bases for the 6 cards. All right, so I took 2 pieces of 6x12 designer series paper. This is the pattern that I'm going to use. Have to put it down there in the light. You can take a screenshot if you want. I am going to update this class in a couple of weeks with a new specialist coming out called Eden's Garden. Pretty excited about that, so I will update this class with that. But in the meantime, I wanted to share this with you, so I will. All right, so the first thing we do, we're going to cut 2 of these together because this designer series paper is a little bit lighter weight than cardstock, so you can cut 2 together quite easily. You know, I'm going to cut this snowflake paper as well. You can actually cut 3, and I wanted to show you what it would look like laid out. So I'm just going to do that real fast. So the first thing we want to do is cut it in half. So this pattern would actually work really well with 6x6 designer series paper, which I know I have lots of that as well. All right, so the first thing I'm doing is cutting it into 6x6. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. You want to make sure you've got your orientation right, and it looks like I actually don't, so I'm glad I checked. All right, so this looks good. So it's going up. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees and cut 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. All right, so I'm going to take this 3/4 inch panel and cut it to 5 1/4 inches. This little square, oops, you can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry. This little square is a scrap. We don't need it. Set it aside. Maybe we'll use it for something else. Okay, so there's my first panel. Now I'm going to rotate this back again So it's going up and down, and I'm going to cut off a 2-inch strip. So I put that at 4. That gives me a 2-inch strip right here. So this is 5 1/4 by 2 inches, and I'm going to rotate this. Need a pencil for this. I'm going to mark down 2.5 inches. I'm going to put a dot at 2.5 inches and one at 1.5 inches. So 2.5 inches up, 1.5 inches up. There we go. Then I'm going to just set the dot in the groove and cut it. And try not to wiggle it. Although honestly it doesn't really matter. As long as it's all cut the same, it doesn't really matter. But there we go. Alright, set that aside. Now I'm going to take my other 6x6 piece, make sure it's all going the right way, and I'm going to cut 2 inches off the bottom of this one. And I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4 inches again, like I did on the other one. This little piece is a scrap, just set it aside. Now I'm going to take this and cut it into 3 by 3. Actually it's 3 by 4. So I have 2 3 by 4 squares. Alright, it's that simple. We're cut now and we're ready to put our 6 cards together with these two because I know they're the easiest. So these we're just going to do one on one side and flip that on the other. So that's going to be one design, and this will be the other one, which I think I want to do I want it to go the other way. So there, it'll look like that. So we kind of have mirror images, but that's got a little stain on it, so maybe I'll go like this. I think I'm going to go like this. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so now I'm going to take my card base and I'm just going to tape these on. No idea how my tape made it so far away, but I found it. And I think, yeah. All right, just flip it over. Make sure you have the side you want. So I actually used this design and made 100 cards for our missionary conference 2 weeks ago, and I made them pretty quickly. So I was thinking that this would be really fun to make for Christmas presents, to make some beautiful cards for my friends, just using some of the other designer series paper that I have. That, you know, let's face it, if you buy designer series paper like I do, you kind of get like a big stash because you hoard it, right? I'm a hoarder. I confess I hoard designer series paper, but this is a really great way to use it, and look how pretty that is. All right, so there's that one. We're going to embellish it in a minute, but let me go ahead and just put the rest of these together, and then I will embellish them all at the same time, which kind of makes it go faster. So I didn't really say it, but it's just a standard card base, which would be 8.5 by 5.5. That would be the Sahara sand base that I folded in half. There we go. All right, so first two, the bottom part is done. All right, maybe we'll just go ahead and, whoa, get back there. Put the embellishment on these two just so we do it. All right, so this super cute punch was a Reindeer Punch. Sadly, is not available to order until November 1st. I'm kind of annoyed about that, but that's what I used. I punched out a different paper. This was actually in the same paper kit So I used these two reindeer. I have a couple of brown ones, a black one, and a tan one. So for these two cards, I used the two plaid ones. So there and there. And if you notice, don't know if you can see it or not, but his little nose is actually cut out of this really pretty sparkly paper. So I thought that was pretty fun. So, and then I also made up some tags for these, which say thank you. But you could have them say whatever, but I wanted it to say thank you. So I'm just going to go ahead and tape them down. Just kind of decide where you want to put it. I think I'll start with the thank you, which I put on a dimensional already. And I'll put a dimensional on the other one so you can see it. Let go. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to put the little reindeer. I think right here. There. Done. Cute, huh? All right. So there's that one. And this one. Let me put my reindeer down and then I'll put my tag down. So I just took a piece of dimensionals, which is, they come on a sheet, and this sheet's about done, but there are two dimensionals. They're really nice. They sticky on both sides. You just have to peel off the backing. And it's good to have nails for this, otherwise you have to use something like pick a tool to get them off. So anyway, very cute. These two are done. Let's do two more. I'm going to do two that go this way now. And those two are going to be this little strip, which I'm going to put here. This strip will go here. I think I'll go like this. We got this one, which will go here. This will go here. And then, oopsie, this is going to go like this. There we go. And this will go like that. All right, so, yep, you can see it. Let me go ahead and put my tape on. So you can just decide what design you want where. You know, you can flip them over and play with it. I've made these already, so I kind of know what I like the best. But that's what's really fun about this double sheet wonder, is you've got 4 sides you can play with to make your card, so you can make each card look different if you want to. I didn't really do a true double sheet wonder in that I'm not mixing and matching, just because my paper doesn't really work that way. But when I do the Eden's Garden class, I'm pretty sure I can mix and match them better, and you'll see more about the beauty of a double sheet wonder class. It's a lot of fun. And you can make some cards very quickly. All right, so there's that one. Done. And I'll do this one. So I got a little piece of tape sticking out there. So there we go. So I do the side and then I do the bottom, just to kind of get my edges square, and then I'll move up and do the middle piece. All right, so now on this one, I did something a little different for the sentiment. This word, a little note with the biggest thanks, was in this kit, this stamp set called Plentiful Plants, and I have another YouTube video on this. You can follow my links to check that out. And the thank you actually came from this one called Nature's Harvest, which I also have another video on. Both are really beautiful stamp sets. So for this, I did tone on tone, which means you use the same color stamp pad as the paper. In this case, it's Sahara Sand. And this is one of the things I really love about Stampin' Up! Is everything coordinates. The colors coordinate so that it all looks good together. So I'm just going to line that up. And it says a little note with the biggest thanks, because like I said, these are going to be my Christmas thank you cards. I'm going to clean it off screen. There, clean, done. And for those, I used the black one on this one, and the a brown one. A brown one on this one. He's got a little goober on his nose. Goodness. What will we do about that? All right, so just going to put a piece of tape on there. And I want him trotting across the bottom. Very cute. Same for this one. Okay, 2 more done. It's 4 cards, so now we have our last 2 to do. And make sure my fold's going the right way. That would be pretty sad if it wasn't. The last 2, we're going to do a vertical layout here and here. Actually, we're going to go like that, and like that. So let's pull it down so you can see it. And we'll put our tape on. I just knocked it. I'll put it back in a sec. Oops, stuck to me and not the card. So you don't need a ton of tape, just the 4 corners is what I usually like to do. In this case, I just put some adhesive across the top and the bottom. There's that. This one, I'll put it on the 4 corners. Make sure your image is going the right way, and I centered it, so there we go. That one, and we'll do this one. See, so you could actually go the other way, but I just thought it was cuter this way, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's really just a personal preference. Oh, you know what I forgot? These actually go on. So I'm getting so excited here, I forgot to put these on backgrounds. All right, this one actually goes on a little background, so let me do that. I'm going to have to pull that other one off. Just makes it pop a little. Hopefully I can get that other one off. If not, it won't be on a background. All right, there. Doesn't that look better? know, if you make a mistake on these cards, you can almost always do something to fix it. And who doesn't make mistakes when they're doing their cards? You just roll with it, and might not be what you exactly planned, but it might actually be cuter in the end. A friend of mine likes to say, oh, that was a happy mistake, because it actually, in trying to fix my error, I actually made something even cuter than I originally planned. So in this case, it's just the same, but you get my drift. All right, there we go. So those two cards, and I'm going to do the brown one on there and the tan one on there. And so I think I want them to go like, okay, let's see. Let me think about this. I'm going to do a sentiment too. All right, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to put the sentiment down at the bottom. And I want him to be kicking up his heels a little bit, having an awesome time. And so I made these little cute sentiments. Almost sounded like cinnamon, I think. And they're just going to go down there. Now to do that, I don't know if you can see this. I just put a piece of tape and I made a figure 8 with the ribbon. And then I'm just going to put a piece of tape on top of that to hold it all in place, and also to tape it to my card. So there we go. We're going to stick that down there in the corner. And same for this one. There's my figure 8 on the back. And there we go. So I'm not sure when I started, but we just made 6 cards, and I think that that was pretty quick. And so I told you I was going to show you this other paper, which is really cute. You put it on white paper just to show you. All right, so there is that. And then you can imagine instead of a reindeer on this, I would put a snowflake, which I haven't really made it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how cute that is. And this one would look like this. Oops. Wrong way. This one would look like this. There. That would be the second design. And then the third design would be like this. And this would have like a black square behind it, which of course I didn't cut out, but I just want to show you that that was like a really cute layout as well. It's sort of hard to be organized for these videos. So on the penguin cards, instead of doing thank you cards, I thought these would be really fun gift cards. I used different sentiments, and where I got those sentiments was from a really fun stamp set called Many Messages. You just stamp it. It's a big giant stamp, and you just stamp it. It looks like this, and you cut it out on the die cut machine with this die, and then you get a whole bunch of little sentiments, which I like to save in my little scrap container. And then I pull these out all the time for cards. A lot of times when I make cards, I won't put a sentiment on it, and I'll just leave them without one. And then when I need something in particular, like here's a really nice sympathy saying, I'll put that on my card. And so that is what I did with the penguin cards, is I used those little sayings. And so I thought that would be a really fun gift idea, to get 6 cards with 6 different sentiments on it. And always when I buy a stamp set, I like to make at least 2 gifts. I figure if I make 2 gifts with my stamp set, then I've paid for it. So anyway, that's my little commercial break. If you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe and press the like button. I just got started on YouTube and I'm trying to build up my viewership. Yeah, so there we go. There's the 6 cards. And thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching my video, and have a good day.